share, which we love the results that we get from Barbara's Blossom Booster. And as we start shopping for this, which is well loved by a lot of our gardeners here at the Q, you have not seen this on air before with a lower price. This bag is 3 pounds. I would encourage you to go to the QVC.com, tippity type on in the Blossom Booster. There's only 2 that are going to come up, and there's a bag that is half this size, and take a look at that price, because the price on this one, I'm saying, is really, really good. $9.64 on your get yours home on Easy Pay. I believe the 1.5 pound bag on QVC.com is $28 and some change.
What?
Do you see what we're at?
Okay.
$28 and some change, and it's double the amount.
All right.
Double the amount.
Just pick it up.
But not double the price.
Right.
Yes. More than 600 of these were picked up earlier today.
That's awesome.
So the value's incredible. So Barbara, I was like, let me talk about the incredible value, because you could get half this size for about the same price. You're getting 3 pounds. But the reason we love it is not only the incredible value, but because you have the high levels of potash and the seaweed extract and the wetting agent. And you show at the Philadelphia Flower Show. So you need to have strong, healthy, beautiful plants. And that's what you get from this.
Yeah. This is a formula created by my dear friend, Richard Jackson, who is the guru of QVC UK. And this is his #1 product in all of QVC UK. And he came to the States to the Philadelphia Flower Show, and we met, and he came to the flower shop and saw our greenhouses. He said, you really need to try my fertilizer. Well, my husband and I were like, oh, we've kind of tried all the best fertilizers that we all know out there. He said, humor me and just try it. Well, my husband has won the most blue ribbons in the history of the Philadelphia Flower Show.
Congratulations.
That's a lot of blue ribbons. He's really an incredible grower. So he and I were kind of skeptical, because we get a little jaded. We always think we have learned everything. There's always room to learn more, and I hope you do like we did, because once we tried this fertilizer, we were blown away by the results. Really high levels of potash are one of his secret ingredients. What that means is you could get more fruits, flowers, vegetables, and then the seaweed extract micronutrients act like a vitamin to give your plants this burst of energy that they're going to need to make more. And then the wetting agent, which is brilliant, it holds the nutrients and more moisture into the soil, so your fertilizer is not rolling away when it rains or when you water. And then let me just get right down to what I love is our customers and Richard's customers send us pictures of the results of what happened when they used the Blossom Booster. And this was sent in to us by Geraldine. She said, I took a picture of my husband next to our lilies. We could not believe what they looked like after using the Blossom Booster. I love this picture too. Real quick, this was after a hailstorm. And she said, after the hailstorm, our garden just looked sad. She said, after Blossom Booster, 2 weeks later, this is what the garden looked like. Oh, I have to get to this one. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are a must-have on Blossom Booster. We actually did a field study and got a legal claim that when we used it against a leading brand of fertilizer that I used to use, we actually got a legal claim to say more good fruit when using Blossom Booster. That was huge. And then this one, this is one clematis. This is a clematis by Rob and Brenda Hunter. They're in England, and they grew this. But what amazed me is it's in a pot. Plants in pots need nutrients because they just don't appear there. So can I show you real quick how to make this? Because there's no shelf life, and it's so easy to make. So I just keep this in the shed or the garage. A teaspoon to a gallon of water, mix it up, and you have just made the best fertilizer in my opinion.
When you said, let me show you
that
how to
you'll
make it, I'm like,
ever-
oh, wait. I'm like
Done.
ready to get my notepad out. She's like, just take a scoop, put it in the water, and you've made it. I'm like, well, I can do
Okay.
that. I mean, that's
it.
simple.
Easy as that.
Here's the thing. We don't have a ton of these to go around. You've never seen them on air before with a lower price. We're now the 1.5-pound bag on QVC.com is $28.87. This is double the size. And it's $28.92. Double the size, not double the price. We have less than $1,200 to go around at this price. Your easy pay is under $10, and 80380 is that item number. And when you look at the amount that Barbara used, I'm just going to go ahead and say 3 pounds is going to last you quite a while.
Yeah.
And Barbara, you said
golly, yes.
fruits, vegetables, flowers, but if I'm growing
yes.
like leafy plants, like if it's like a hosta or something
Right.
like that.
100%. It's going to work on everything. And check out things like a hydrangea. That is
Beautiful.
one
Oh my
single
gosh.
mop head hydrangea.
That's huge.
Mrs. Keegan, thank you for sending us this picture, Mrs. Keegan. This is just amazing. Oh, I love the colors that just burst out. This is
Whoa.
all container gardening. It is critical to have the right fertilizer when you are doing container gardening. And when you want fabulous tomatoes, then I cannot wait for those tomato sandwiches with mayo dripped down the elbow. Delicious. Right out of my garden. We put them right behind the flower shop. Well, right behind our fresh flower workroom. We put barrels out there and we plant tomato plants. So at lunchtime, and there's on any given day, 20 of fresh flower designers out there, and they're grabbing big juicy tomatoes, and they have all gotten hooked on the Blossom Booster, just like many of our customers. But our designers have really tried the best of the best out there in fertilizers that many of us have heard about and many of us use. Wait till you try Blossom Booster, because the difference is going to give you amazing results. Like, maybe you're a great gardener. My husband certainly is, but there's always room to literally grow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did here.
Wow.
Mike and Pat sent us this picture of the one rose there. The size of the rose really was incredible. And again, I'm going to show you this picture because this is one of my favorite. This clematis with all these flowers on it. And I've never seen a clematis in a pot.
Huge.
This got all the food it needed, and it just put on a show and a display. And it's because of Blossom Booster. And I have to say thanks to my friend Richard Jackson, because he knew that plants needed more than what they were getting in ordinary fertilizers. So what he did was make one for gardeners, beginner and avid gardeners, that is so unique and so special with the ingredients that he puts in it. So it's special ingredients. It has no shelf life. It's easy to make. I made it in 30 seconds there. And then just water it on your plants with either a watering can or a hose-on sprayer. And imagine a garden that maybe had a little bit of damage from, I think it was a hailstorm. And they said, who is this? Jean Willis. So on July 14th, there was a terrible hailstorm. 2 weeks later,
Beautiful.
She said, after Blossom Booster, that's what my garden looked
It
like.
makes a big difference. And here's the thing, you get 30 days to try it out. So try it out. If you don't love it, you can always send it back, even if
Yeah.
you've used some. But if you go to QVC.com, you'll find a bag half this size is $28.87. We are at, what, 5 cents more?
Yeah, I mean, you
For
can't
a bag
beat
double
that.
the size.
Yes.
Double the size, but it's a clearance price, and we only have 1,000 left to go around, and that's all we have. More than 750 have been picked up at this price today, because this is the first day that you are seeing this clearance price on the 3-pound bag, where you're getting those big, beautiful blooms that Barbara has been showing us. And Steve, I love when Barbara was like, do you want me to show you how to make it?
Right.
Because when you see how much she uses to make it, you're going to see how long a 3-pound bag will last. Can you show us again, Barbara? Because Steve and I were ready to take notes.
Yeah.
I mean, this
let's make
is really not work. It's just fun. It's 1 teaspoon to a gallon of water. You're going to mix this up, and then you could just water your plants, water your garden, water your house plants. House plants certainly don't have nutrients in that pot. Why not give your house plants that burst of energy and those nutrients? Maybe you have some orchid plants in your house. Give them a little bit of food and nutrients, because just like people, if we give the plants what they really need, kind of like feeding ourselves the right food, we look better, we feel better, and your plants are just going to give you a show, and you're going to see the difference. And I love talking to my customers, because this is a product that I was skeptical about. And when I used it, I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I thought I knew everything. I am always learning something new. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I always am surprised.
Amazing. I love it.
And my husband was just thrilled, because we never send a plant out of this flower shop until it's been treated with Blossom Booster. And people say, gosh, why are your plants so much better than everywhere else? I'm like, you need to get Blossom Booster and your garden will be incredible. For again, we don't want you to work real hard at incredible. This is really minimal work. You're going to feed and water anyway. Give your plants Blossom Booster, and you're going to be thrilled with how it looks.
Barbara, how often are we giving our plants Blossom Booster?
Sure. Early in the growing season, you're going to do it once every 2 weeks. Once in the growing season, twice a week in the growing season. It becomes a little bit of an addiction, because they're loving it. And like when you're feeding your kids or your grandkids something they're loving, you just want to keep going with something that works, something that's very different. We know how different it is just by, we saw the results with our tomatoes, and my husband and I were like, can you believe the results with our tomatoes? I said, yeah, but I can't claim that we have to get a legal claim. So we actually did a field study, and we used it against the leading brand of fertilizer, and we fed it at the same intervals, a leading brand of fertilizer, Blossom Booster, beat it, and we got more good fruit with the Blossom Booster. So we knew we were getting that, but we wanted to be able to do a study to actually claim that we were doing that. And those tomatoes are just amazing. We all look forward to tomato season and our gardening season. And if we're going to invest the time and money in gardening, we want to have great results. And this is a wonderful way to have really incredible results in an easy way. This garden was done by Pat Clark. She's 80 years old. She said, here's a picture of my garden fed with Blossom Booster, and it won a gold medal. Of course it did.
Come on, Miss Pat, winning the gold medal at 80 years old for her garden. I mean, Barbara, as we're seeing these pictures, like, your passion for Blossom Booster comes through. And I'm like, if Barbara King, who shows at the Philadelphia Flower Show, whose husband has won the most medals at the Philadelphia Flower Show, is that passionate about Blossom Booster?
Absolutely.
Like, we need Blossom Booster in our lives. First day on air at this price. A bag half this size on QVC.com is $28.87. We are at 5 cents more, and the bag is double the size. Double the size, not double the price, but we only have about 800 left to go around, and a clearance price means we don't know if we're getting any more back in stock in this size. M80380 is your item number. A teaspoon in a gallon of water. I mean, how many teaspoons do you think are in here? Like, it's a lot of teaspoons.
Quite a bit. This bag is full. there's a lot of feed in here. Now, Barbara, so we're mixing it with a gallon of water, and then we're putting it on the soil where all of our plants and flowers are. Could we put it in a spray bot, in a sprayer, and spray?
Oh, you know what? if you're doing a larger area, definitely do that.
Yeah.
You know, I've had customers even use it on their lawns. But if you have a garden area that you're not going to be out there with a watering can,